Today we just finished the work of the hood panel. It cannot be opened very smoothly, and now it could be operated properly because the reason is that there is a rod, spring rod. The shape of the rod was the spring was be bended in the very weird angle and the shape, and bend it back to the right position, so it could be opened very smooth and correctly now. And the second, today we just remove the cylinder, the lock cylinder of these things, yeah, and going to make a new key for this cylinder. And now we are going to drive back to the barracks. The barracks, there are welding machine there and cutting machine, welding machine, and we are going to repair. Or we cannot say repair, we are now to improve the ability of the throttle linkage. Yeah, the throttle linkage is not be designed properly because the engine was swapped into a 1970s later mid 70s M110 dual cam Mercedes engine. Yeah, that's for W113, but not for this. Yeah, 6-cylinder. So the linkage was completely made handmade by the mechanic that swapped it, and it's not worked very properly and smoothly, and even not so safe. It may be disconnect when you're driving, so it's not very safe. So now we are going to improve the linkage again. Okay, now we are going to start the engine from cold. By the way, the temperature right now is 27 Celsius right now, so it's quite warm today in Taiwan. And as we know, the the K-Jetronic system there is a warm-up regulator that increases the fuel pressure when cold, and another is the auxiliary cold start valve. Let's spray 3 or 7 seconds when it's totally cold. And another device is the auxiliary air valve that increase the volume of the air when engine is totally cold. So when the 3 devices are all operate in proper position, it could be start very smooth and fast. So let's try. So now it's totally cold. The battery is just connected. Now we can listen to the fuel pump. Okay, it's about 5 seconds, 10 seconds. So start. So it's very typically I think the auxiliary fuel nozzle is not work properly. So let's start, but it still sprays some extra fuel. So now it may be better, easier to start again. Let's try. Okay, and now the idle is not so fast. So I think the auxiliary air valve is not work properly neither. Yeah, it should be higher. So that's okay, it could start, then it doesn't really matter. Okay, let's start again. It should be very easy to start. Okay, wonderful. When we're driving on the road, we can hear there are some squeezing sound of the roof. Yeah, and some choke point of the rock arm. Yeah, so that doesn't matter, but still have to deal with it. Now the transmission fluid pressure was adjusted 10 minutes before, and now the characteristic of the transmission is much better than before, but a little bit too much. So I have to put it back to a better position. And now it's in neutral, and no air condition, no light, no any load. So the idle speed go up to about 1500. And when I shift to the 4, and then air conditioned, and then light turn up, and it goes to 750. Yeah, that's wonderful. We are going to fix up the oil pressure and the temperature gauge. The oil pressure of this gauge, original gauge, was operated by a real oil pressure hose. Yeah, but the M110 engine, the oil pressure signal was transmitted by electricity, so it's different system. I have to make some weird way to make it work. Now the car is too fast right now. Too fast, how could we say it's too fast? Because you can feel that the gas pedal and the brake pedal, you will totally feel that the brake pedal seems out of work. Yeah, it works, but you don't think it really works, because when you push the throttle pedal like this, and it runs fast, and you push the brake pedal like this, the same way, you will think, wow, it's quite not enough. So it's not balanced right now. So the car is too fast. So maybe have to make the brake better, the larger disc or larger caliber, yeah, whatever. Just make it better brake ability. Now the transmission fluid pressure and the kickdown cable are all work together properly, because I have adjusted for several times. So now when you push the throttle pad deeper, then it will kick down in a very proper timing precision But if there would be a kickdown switch in the behind the gas pedal, that would be better. Because when you full throttle, push it for 40, you can enforce the transmission gearbox to shift down. Yeah. So now sometimes the kickdown cable is not able to shift down the gear, and when it has a switch, it could be totally controlled, and that will be much better. Now it's going up the slope, and when you push the throttle, yeah, it could retard the timing of the shift timing. So it's now working properly and wonderful. And now when you suddenly push the throttle pad, it will raise shift down and raise up the RPM. Like there is a very weird sound when the steering wheel goes to the right position. There is a very weird bearing sound. Sometimes also occur, yeah, when you go straight, it is very quiet. But when the steering wheel goes this way or that way, the vibration of I am not sure whether it's the bearing of the wheel or something. Yeah, it just vibrates and makes some noise. But I think this kind of noise is a little bit not safe. Yeah, so have to be careful. Now we are climbing a very smooth slope, yeah, in Zhishan Road. And now you can see the RPM go up to 3,000, and now shift down. And when you push it, yeah, it kicked down, yeah, successfully. Yes, wonderful. Yeah, it works properly. Yeah, there is a very weird sound, maybe bearing or something. I don't know. I'm not. And the fuel level vibrates not so correct. So I don't know whether it could be trusted or not. So it's better to check it or fix it. You can see that when I push the throttle, half, yeah, like this, it shifts down successfully. So it could accelerate like what you want. I think the weird sound of the vibration maybe occur by the vibration of the tire or bearing or the bush of the arm. But the sound I think is come from the roof, because the convertible roof, there are lots of gap that makes it will enlarge the vibration and the sound. So just check it. Yeah, I think now the driving characteristic of the throttle is nearly totally okay, wonderful, even wonderful. Or you can feel that the only things have to be improved is the brake. Yeah, so it's wonderful. Brake is not enough to stop the car now. It's very, yes, like this, wonderful. Yeah, it's 4,000. Yeah, so fast, really fast. And now I can feel I'm not sure if the car go with a swing bar or anti-roll bar. I just feel the rolling of the car, of the vehicle, is quite bigger than we anticipate. Yeah, it's maybe the height of the car is too high. The spring is too long or something. Yeah, because the higher the car is, the rolling the car, yeah, the more rolling. So when you, yeah, like this, you can feel that the car is very slow because the spring is too long, the height of the car is too high. Yeah, if you make the car lower and lower, it will be more maneuverable and less rolling. Now we arrive the old, not friendly place. Every time we test the car. Yeah, and stop here. Okay. So now, the only thing we have to emphasize or improve it is the brake, and repair the fuel tank level gauge to check it, and to modify the oil pressure to see if we want to use the real oil pressure or electricity transmission signal. And this is the temperature gauge. Yeah, it's also the same to see if we want to make it electronically or mechanically. Yeah, the two are the same problem. Okay, and some weird vibration sound, I cannot deal with it. Please find someone professional to fix it up. Okay, so now I'm going back to the barracks and to cut and weld the linkage of the throttle better to make it better. 今天是4月3号，我们来看说引擎盖打不开。通常在别的车种啊，引擎盖打不开是因为它第一段的弹簧力不足啊，没有预载不够。那我们这个解决方法都很简单，就是这儿用力拉的时候，它并没有短一下。那我刚刚已经用手稍微短一下了，所以它其实就开了，就没有什么，这不是一个大问题哦。好，就是它中间有一个弹簧杆，那我们待会儿是否把那个弹簧杆加强，或者是怎么样？对，这个老车我常遇到，所以不是大问题。然后我们可以看到这里有很奇怪的磨损哦，我看能不能把这个铁杆折进去一点，因为它已经磨到漆面了。这个又要补漆，麻烦。那为什么它会转这个角度，我也不知道。 哦，似乎它不应该是这个角度，那下面也有一些奇怪的磨痕哦，我们再研究一下吧。现在我们研究了很久哦，研究这只弹簧撑杆的问题所在，就是那边有一个莫名的折弯处，就是这里有点弯。那我认为它应该是直的，然后它应该是那边的东西不是顶在这个，就这一个，但是它现在就是太短了，它应该要有一个限位器，让它不能跳到那儿去。好，这根弹簧杆应该最多在这或这里。那这根弹簧杆我想把它拆下来，又非常的难拆哦，这可能要整个那个 hood 通通下来才有机会哦，那就是要拆开这两个。那我们可以看到它的铰链处这里有一个以前就断裂过的痕迹哦，有没有？蛮奇怪的哦，那就是怪怪的，那也不理它。这个不是，这是钣金的人才能做的事儿啊，我们做不了。好，经过我们使用7749，把这个洪荒之力把这个铁杆哦，用力把它扳直哦，我们就不需要把整个这个弹簧扭力杆把它拆了。那它变直了以后，它就可以掉到这个洞里面了，这样就是正确位置。但它的开启角度就是蛮小的，就没有办法，那造成我们施工人员非常困难哦。那我们要合上它的时候呢，是要一只手扶着引擎盖，另一只手把这个这样子，然后它这个玩意儿不能离开这个凹槽处，它特别用的这个橡胶是这个前轮设计也是不错，这一定不是原厂的，但是这样我可以接受。好，然后这样慢慢把它关起来，然后关的时候还得注意这个会不会撞到，你还得弄一下，最后才从中间压一下。好，完成这一整套流程的时候，我们去开它的时候它就会自动弹起哦，因为包括那边有一只弹簧杆，再加两只的黄力的那个加总哦，它就可以自己掀起来。然后我们再从这个地方，好，然后开的时候要很小心这个洞，这个你让它进去那个洞，其实它也是不准的，它也是有点这样子，然后卡在这儿。好，那如果要再高一格，就是这个时候非常小心哦，手回去扳它一下吧。如果它这只弹簧杆的尾巴可以再长一点就好办了。好，这样子，好，这样子就修车就比较没有问题，这个开度就好。好，那要关的时候呢，就是要这样，就是身体顶着那个引擎盖，然后这样用力一拉，让它先到第一个，然后我们再用另一只手撑着，然后一只手拉，反正都得双手并用才能成功的开启跟关闭这个盖子。好，来，我再来把它关起来。好，那因为它前面那个 hinge 铰链似乎有断裂啊，那也不晓得是不是那个原因哈。你看这个又那个，这其实应该要重新设计一下。好，所以我感觉它这个 gap 很大，整个引擎盖似乎向这边去了。但这种钣金类的调整就不是那么容易，这个可能要请钣金师傅两人合力把这个引擎盖抬起来重新锁附吧。对，我觉得这样可能比较好。好，那引擎盖的部分就是这样。好，就是那只弹簧杆的位置重新设定一下，把那个角度再折弯，不好折。本来想把整只拆下来，可我一个人是拆不下来，我靠脑筋就弄。那这个引擎盖蓬蓬的，那个只能调整前面hinge的那个垫片。就是说，如果它又有弹不开的现象，就是手插进去bend它，然后一个人拉这个那个开关嘛，一个人出力把它弄起来，这样就起来。其实别的宾士车也是这样，对。然后开的时候很小心，好，要先过第一关，先卡住。好，那这个部分就先做到这儿，再来要来做那个变速箱 kickdown。来，我们可以检查一下它的踏板顶部我刚刚发现是没有 kickdown 开关的，都掀开以后，它只是一个 plug， 一个小塞子塞住照道理它要有一个电路开关然后这个整东西怎么都没有锁啊？方向盘基柱的那个 column 的底座都没有锁，我再想办法把它锁一锁，干嘛一个都不锁？我们做了一些钣金把这个的活动，这个小钩保险小钩的活动范围限制在一个好的位置，它这样下去它会自己跑到那个洞里了。但是我是不推荐用力去用它，你得让它勾可能下面的被动的那边也可以做一点钣金斜度什么再改变一下。然后这样下去以后，我们再去压它。但是我觉得其实这一种往后斜的，就是前开式的 hood， 它并不需要这个保险小钩。为什么？我们开的时候开很快风这样咻咻咻，它只会把它压更紧。比如说 E-Type 也是对，就是只要往后开的，我都不认为需要那个保险小钩，就是他开心就好。但我觉得画蛇添足，反正工程师要做就做吧。那我们这种一般的前开式的，我曾经遇过小钩没够，啪起来把那个 hinge 都弄坏，但是也不是什么大事啊，就是再把它锁一锁而已。好，那我们接下来要去车底我们把它开出去，然后比较容易做焊接，因为接下来焊接可能是焊的不太好，再切掉再调，再焊再调，这样子跑来跑去太麻烦然后要到车底去做一些调整的作业。